All right. Let's clock it and lock it, people. Let's get this done. Hey, this is Algebra 1 slope intercept form of a line. Linear 1. Linear 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are on the way. Okay, so if you are not subscribed, please do so. There's a free handout down below in the description. It's in English and Spanish, so feel free to download that. Give it to your class. Give it to yourself. Give it to your friends. Hey, have a little math party. All right, let's go. Okay, so we're going to graph a line in, we're going to graph a line in slope intercept form. Okay, so we're going to graph a line in slope intercept form. Now, slope intercept form is y equals m times x plus b. The m has meaning. It's called the slope, or the rate of change. It's the change in y over the change in x. So the change in y over the change in x. It's how we measure the steepness. That's all. The b is the initial value, or the y-intercept. We know that the b always is on the y-axis, right? So it's always right here. And then we plot that point first, and then we apply our consistent rise over run from that point. Okay, let's see what we can do. Identify the slope. Well, the slope is the m. That's the count in front of x, or that's the coefficient, as we call it. Notice it's negative 1/2. So my slope is negative 1/2. Now my y-intercept is the number that's called the constant. So the constant term is this term right here. That's my b. Whatever's in front of it goes with it. So because it's a positive 4, it's just a 4. Now I like to write my y-intercept as an ordered pair. So they are ordered pairs, and so we should put them in that proper format. Ooh, couldn't think of that for a minute. Okay, now let's graph it. To graph it, you always first plot the y-intercept. So I'm going to go to where y is 4. Y is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I'm going to apply my slope. Notice there's a negative. The negative means we go down. So the y, right, change in y is up or down. I always apply my negative to the rise. So it's just a habit I do. I believe math is about good habits. So this is negative 1. That means I go down 1. So from there I would go down 1, and then this is a 2, and the x goes left and right. If the run is positive, it goes to the right. If the run is negative, it goes to the left. So I'm going to go down 1 and then over 2. Woo! That gets me another ordered pair that is a solution of this. That's all we're doing, is we're finding other solutions, but we're doing it by applying this rise over run. If I go down 1 over 2 again, ooh, there I go. Okay, from there I just draw my line. Now this line goes on forever, right? There are no restrictions on this line. So I'm going to draw it. I'm going to be accurate as I can because I like accuracy. I like it. And make sure that you put arrows on the end. Drive it through the coordinate plane. Put arrows on the end because that thing goes on forever. Okay, let's do it again. All right, here's number 2. Number 2 says, hey, given the equation y equals 2/5 x minus 1, let's first identify that slope. Okay, so try to do it. What's the slope? That right. 2/5. Okay, so I just identified that slope, so did you. So that's 2/5, so 2 divided by 5. Remember, that's my rise, that's my run, always. Okay, now I have a y-intercept. My y-intercept is the constant term, the b. Notice the minus in front. Notice how I carry that minus with it. That means my y-intercept is an ordered pair. X is always 0 at the y-intercept. You got to think about that. What is the x value there? 0. Y is 1, but x is 0. What's the x value there? 0, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, 0, 5. 0, negative 1 is below the y equals 0. So that's right there. Okay, now I'm going to apply my slope. Notice how it's positive, so that means my rise is up 2 and my run is over 5. That is enough information to draw the line. Remember, lines have no turns and no curves. They are straight. Okay, there is an arrow on the end because this line goes on forever. All right, that's good. That's good. Let's do it again. Oh, this one's a little tricky. I see something they did. I see something they did. Okay, so let's identify the slope. Where is it? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Whenever they do not show a number in front of x, remember, it's a 1. So that number in front of x is a 1, but that's just a rise. Where's my run? Well, you can make any non-fraction a fraction by putting it over 1. So my rise over run is 1 over 1. Okay, so my slope is, you can put 1 or you can put 1 over 1. Either way is fine. I like to put it as a rise over run, so I suggest you get in the habit. Your y-intercept is this term right there. That's 0, negative dose. Right there. Okay, let's graph it. 0, negative 2, there's y0, there's y negative 2. That's an ordered pair that makes this equation true. Remember, we graphed the line because they represent all of the ordered pairs that when I substitute the x and the y in, it makes both sides equal to the same number. That's why we do it. So the graph gives us the solution set. All right? All right. So let's see if I can get my straight edge. Oh, I haven't applied my slope. Up 1, over 1, up 1, over 1, up 1, over 1, doom. Look at that nice pattern. Every one of those points I drew is a solution. And all of the points in between them, so all these fractional and decimal points, they're also solutions. Every ordered pair that is on this line is a solution for that given equation. All right, let's do it again. Oh, they got tricky again. They got tricky again. But we can do this. Okay, so let's identify the slope. It's the number in front of x. It's just a negative. Well, what number is just a negative when it's talking about the counter coefficient? Negative 1. How do I make negative 1 a fraction? Over 1. Very good, very good. That's my slope. You can do this or this, but again, I got to say, from this point on, I'm probably just going to keep writing my slopes in fraction form. Now my y-intercept is right here. That's 3. And I'm going to write that as an ordered pair. Let's graph it. 0, 3 is right there. Now this means go down 1, but I go over 1 in the positive. I only apply the negative to the rise. So down 1, over 1. If I were to apply the negative to the run, it would look like that. Now I would go up 1, but I would go over 1 in the negative. Do you see how I still get the same line? Right? So you apply the negative to the rise or the run, but not to both. That's what the word or means. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and graph this. Ooh, those almost ran into each other. We almost had a line collision, a linear collision. All right, there it is. Let's go. You're doing great. Keep it up. Keep it up. Fortitude is the key. Fortitude is the key to success, I promise you. All right. Here we go. Look at all those colors that bled through there. That's all right. That's all right. We're okay. Normally I like to do 2 handouts so that doesn't happen. But that didn't happen this time. That did not happen. All right. I lost my straight edge, but I'm found it. Okay. So, oh, this one's tricky too. This one's tricky too. All right. Let's find the slope. Remember, I'm going to throw it up here for you. Y equals mx plus b. M is the slope, right there. And b is the y-intercept, and whatever's in front of that b, whatever operation goes with it. All right. Notice here your slope is pretty straightforward. It's that number in front of x. But what the heck's going on with b? What is out here? That's right. I heard someone say it. Plus 0. Right? If there's nothing there, that means nothing. What number means nothing in math? 0. So y equals 0 right there. Oh, shoot. Right, got it right that. Woo. Okay. Now I'm going to go down 3 because of that negative. 1, 2, 3, and over 2. Notice again, if I were to apply that negative to the run, I would go up 3 because I have a positive 3, and then over 2 in the negative. I get the same line, right? No matter how you do that, you're going to get that same solution set. And that's why you graph. You graph because the graph represents the solutions of the equation given. There's that arrow. Make sure you put them there big and proud. All right, that was fun. Let's go. Okay, here's another one, another little twist. Look at the number in front of x. It's a 4, no fraction. It's just an integer, right? That's just an integer. So and the y-intercept is 1. Let's make sure we write these things down. How do you write 4 as a fraction? Right? There's the number 4, but I need a rise over run. Rise over run. How do I get that run? Right. Every number can be written as a fraction by putting it over 1. If it's a non-fraction, put it over 1, because 4 divided by 1 is 4. So you're just making a rise over run out of a number you have, right? Okay, and my y-intercept is 0, 1. So I'm going to go there. Now I'm going to go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1. Check this out. Isn't negative 4 divided by negative 1 also positive 4? Right? Put it in your calculator if you don't believe me. All right? Now, if I go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1 in the negative, right, because I apply the negative to both. Look, I got the same line, peeps. I got the same line. Oh, we're going to have a linear crash. Let's go. Oh, not quite. We break. We break. All right. Let's go again. Let's go again. It's hard to pick up these rulers. There we go. Okay, okay. Number 7, you're doing great. Keep it up. Okay, let's identify that slope. Let's identify that slope. That is y-intercept. Right there. Okay, so my slope is 5 over 2. My y-intercept is 0, negative 5. Remember, don't let anyone distract you, right? You got to be in control of yourself. So make sure in class, doing worksheets, you are not distracted. And that's how you will build success in your life. And it's up to you to build it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. There it is. I'm going to graph it now. And bada bing, bada boom. Woo! All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Last one. Uh-oh, that's not slope intercept form. Oh, they ask us to place it in slope intercept form. Okay, so slope intercept form. Notice you want to get the y by itself. Well, what's being done to y? We have this minus 3. So I have to undo minus 3, right? I have to move that over. This is why we solve equations right here, so you can manipulate this. Inverse operation of minus is plus. Let's rewrite it. This goes to 0, so I have y equals, negative 2. And then I combine these terms because those are the terms that are like. That category is x, that's a constant, that's a constant. I can only combine things that are like. All right, there it is. That's slope intercept form. Okay, now we can do the slope. Negative 2. Uh-oh, make it a fraction. Over 1. Y-intercept. Negativo uno. Right there. Let's graph it. There's negative 1. Now I'm going to go down 2. Over 1. Boom, down 2. Over 1. There's my pattern. I'm going to go ahead and draw that line. Oh, we almost had another collision. This worksheet is full of almosts. All right. Now, they got some other questions here. Identify the y-coordinate when x is 10. Okay, so when they say identify the y-coordinate when x is 10, that means we know x is 10. A coordinate means an ordered pair or a point. So I got to find the y. Well, to find the y, just go to your equation, and where you see an x, put a 10. Put it in your calculadora, and you get y equals negative 21. That number goes there. You can write it as an ordered pair, or you can write it as y equals negative 21, right? Because I said find the y coordinate. So that is the y coordinate. But I don't care, and you're going to have to ask your teacher if they care. But that's an or. All right? Let's do it again. Ooh, this ain't again. They gave me a y value of negative 17. So that means this ordered pair is something comma negative 17. Well, I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to let y be negative 17. Notice what I did. I just took the y out and replaced with negative 17. That's a two-step equation. You know how to solve that. You know how to solve that. You worked hard to earn that. All right, so that's negative 16 equals negative 2x. Divide by negative 2. Divide by negative 2, right? The goal is to get 1x by itself. Let's go over here. And then that's 8 equals x, but never write it like that. You're going to write it as x equals 8, or you can write it as an ordered pair, 8, comma, negative 17. All right, good job, everybody. Don't forget to clock it and lock it now. Subscribe, please. It makes the channel better. It makes me feel good, and then I have more energy. All right, be great.